Hi everyone, today we're going to be making a banana loaf, another really simple recipe that uses up things from the cupboard and overripe bananas that you might throw away. Overripe bananas are really important for this recipe. They have a lot more natural sugar and therefore make the loaf a bit more tasty. So for this recipe you need some flour. I've added cinnamon, but you don't have to. You can add nutmeg, ginger, or none of them. Some bicarbonate of soda or baking powder, some salt, some sugar, some butter, some eggs, and some buttermilk. Now, if you don't have buttermilk, you can use normal milk and just add a squeeze of lemon juice, and that'll turn it into the buttermilk. Or you can just use normal milk. That's fine. So let's get started. It's really easy. For this recipe, you need a loaf tin. I've just greased it. If you don't have a loaf tin, you can use any type of cake tin, or you can even turn them into muffins, use muffin cases, and do little small ones instead. So the first thing that you need to do is weigh everything out. Put your flour and all the dry ingredients, apart from the sugar, into a bowl and mix those together. In a separate bowl, you're going to cream together the butter and the sugar. Okay, so for this, ideally you'd have a machine, but I don't have one. So just by hand, you're just going to cream together the butter and the sugar. And you want to do this until the mixture is nice and light and fluffy and creamy and pale. Now, to make it easier for yourself, the butter should be at room temperature, so nice and soft. Just makes the whole process much easier. And if it's not, like mine, you can just press it against the bowl and that'll help bring it together a bit easier. So it'll take about a couple of minutes for this to happen. Now you can see it's changed colour, it's got nice and light and fluffy. Now we can move on to the second part of the recipe. So we've got our dry ingredients. I'm going to mix those together, incorporate them all together. And in with the buttermilk, I'm going to add the eggs. And I'm going to add in the bananas. Okay. So into that mixture, I'm also going to add some vanilla extract just for some added flavour. Just half a teaspoon. Just going to bring those together in with the buttermilk. Just mash in the fork into the bananas. I'm just going to put that all in with the butter mixture. Give it a good stir around. Really break down those bananas. Just use the back of the spoon. You can mash them before you put them in the bananas, but I feel that doing this way you get a bit more texture, keep a few more pieces. When that's all combined, you can then fold in the flour. Fold it in, we're just going to fold in gently, just using the figure of 8 motion. Bringing that all in. And do that until all of the flour has been combined. Then grab our loaf tin. It's already been greased. Put the mixture in. Okay, and smooth it out. Okay, so now we're going to put it into the oven at 180 degrees or 350 degrees Fahrenheit for about an hour, or until you can put in a skewer and it comes out clean. So before one or the other. It's going to be a nice golden brown, and it would have risen out of the tin as well. So when it's nice and golden, don't be tempted to think it's done. Put in a skewer just to check. When that's clean, it's ready to go. I'll pop it in now and then we'll come back and have a look in about an hour.